Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with Haxwell on Forza Horizon 5. Now, they are trying to get one of the bonus boards, the difficult one, on the sort of pylon, where we've managed to do a more impressive job. It is a lot more difficult to land on said pylon than it is to take out the bonus board. Nicely parked indeed for the Supra. We're sticking with Horizon 4, USS Vagrant, Horizon 5, sorry, up next with a Porsche going for some cross-country high-speed running. I mean, you know, we're at 180, 200 miles an hour across grass. Things can go quite badly wrong when you're doing this. And sure enough, the Porsche, there was a gap, there was a hole, it fell in, it bounces through, and turns out Horizon 5 still has doesn't quite know how to end a roll physics going on when a car starts tumbling over. The best bit is the Porsche lands on its wheels before getting reset. Tony Ski up next on Horizon 5. It's coming to the end of the race. Is it going to win? So goes to restart. Fair enough. We've all done that. We've all been there. Race not quite gone the way. So, you know what? Rather than go through all the ending screens, just go for a quicker restart. When they reset, watch the AI in front that starts in reverse. Now, I've played a lot of Horizon 5 races. I've seen some weird stuff. I've never seen an AI reverse on the start line before. Car's spawning in the air above it, sure, but reversing off the start line, that is a new one to me. Mustang Bugatti up next on Horizon 5 has got an aerial Nomad going for a little bit of an explore around one of the temple areas when it turns out a little bit of a wonky landing, and we'll get a nice clean crisp front flip. Not bad. Not bad. Much better landing than we've had from some. It's not just on Horizon where we're getting random flips. Dakbog on GTA San Andreas, the Definitive Edition, has a crash with an AI vehicle. Okay, you know, it happens, you're driving around and all of that. AI vehicle is not best pleased with them and proceeds to chase after them. Okay, again, fairly normal so far. However, as they bounce across a curb, that's enough for a perfect backflip. So we've had a front-flipping Nomad, a back-flipping pickup truck, with some lovely landings as well. There have been some spot-on landings. We move to Wreckfest up next with, yes, a very modded, a modded game, a modded car, and all of that. And, I mean, there's the usual amount of chaos. Sure, we're expecting chaos. It's Wreckfest and all that. And these vehicles apparently have some wacky crashes going on. The most wacky of all, though, is the car hat that we've managed to get. Now, we've seen car hats in the past. We've seen some quite decent length car hats in the past. I don't think we've had one go for such length around multiple corners at such speed in all of this, and then to top it all off, we have a huge flip over a side and land on the wheels to carry on. Yeah, that is a fantastic collection of events, shall we say. Carfan up next on Wreckfest is driving a limo against a bunch of combines, and well, after ploughing into everything, the limo has become a Flatmobile. It might be the most extreme Flatmobile I've ever seen on Wreckfest, but that is very, very impressive. That is very impressive indeed. Calvin Tola is up next on Assetto Corsa, driving around in the snow with a new Land Rover when things go a little bit wrong. Just overcooked it a bit on the drift, gets it wrong, goes to spin it around, ends up kind of up the hill, is back onto the road when the rear wheels give up. It was almost okay. It was always... I mean, the drift and spin is one thing, the bouncing up the hill, sure, okay. I don't quite know. I mean, I've seen wheels glitch out on Assetto Corsa before. Normally, it's through much heavier impact. This one didn't really... I mean, it landed a bit awkwardly back on the track, but nothing that crazy. A Dead Possum up next on Railroads Online with a little train that's had enough of physics and decides it wants to be a spaceship. Yeah, or probably a puke machine, let's be honest. That is spinning at some serious speed. I don't know how fast it is, but very. And it's not supposed to be over here. I don't know what caused it to do... I don't know what upset it. Something did. Something just caused it to be fired miles into the sky, spin around and come crashing back down again. That's definitely not how trains are supposed to work, I know that. Private Drummer Boy up next on Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Okay, clip's a little bit dark, it's at night, they've got kind of night vision and so on going on. But, people are driving along with like an armoured car or something, going for a bit of a shortcut, head off road, when physics has decided to not really exist. No, it bounced across, you don't really see very well, but it bounces across a couple of things, and it sort of tips the vehicle around until it sort of slides under the map, and it manages to slide under the map and then proceed to get stuck. The car was wedged on its side, is kind of sort of drivable, sort of not, and people can get out and walk around now under the... You're going to struggle to complete the objective from down here. I mean, it could be the greatest sneak attack of all time, but I get the feeling the game's probably not going to let you back up again when it needs to. And finally, we have the free taco on Art of Rally, with one of the most bizarre and highly entertaining bugs I've come across. And I've done this series quite a long time, but I love this one. So they've started a time trial, and for some reason there are two cars. Two cars being controlled by the player. Why the second vehicle has spawned in, I do not know, but as you can see, they are controlled by the same, like the same movement. Now, the cars do sometimes get reset when they're going off track, and this is quite long. I kind of cut it down a little bit to get to the most exciting parts, if you like. But yeah, the car is being controlled. Both of them are being controlled at the same time. It's kind of like when you put two Scalextric cars on the same sort of track, and they're trying to figure it out. Occasionally it gets confused as to what direction it's going in. It sometimes reverses when the other one's going forward, and this, I mean, you can see trying to keep both on the track is not very easy because, of course, they end up going out of sync sometimes. And now one's in a tree. We're going to try and race. I feel like there's a fun game mode, there's like a fun puzzle game in this, trying to drive two cars at the same time. I'm sure somebody could make it and have a really interesting little puzzle game. And if you get them stuck together, that's perfect. Now you've got the best sort of chance. But yeah, really weird. Obviously, the game's just spawned in an extra vehicle, and it has got a little bit confused with what it's supposed to be doing. But that, as I said, of all the bugs I've come across in this series, I've done this series for a very long time, that might just be my favourite weird going on right there. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link to it in the description. All the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.